Okay, so we know there's a giant winter storm that's hitting the Northeast. It's dumped a ton of snow all over New England and in New York City. So as if the pandemic isn't hard enough already on people, now they have all this snowy weather to deal with. So if you are affected by the storm, we are thinking of you. Please stay safe and ride it out as best as possible. Meanwhile, speaking of the pandemic, there is this new study many of you have been talking about. It says that more than a third of us are walking around in a concussive daze. So what does that exactly mean? It means that we're experiencing symptoms like you've had a concussion due to stress and lack of sleep. So that includes headaches, dizziness, anxiety, along with insomnia and trouble concentrating. Sound familiar to anyone? But not to worry, because scientists in South Korea are working on a brain implant that could help. It's the size of a grain of rice, and it would allow you to pick your moods with a smartphone app. So you could pick to be happy, you could pick to be sad, I guess, or maybe something more a little in the middle, like nostalgia. So here's the question, and I want DBL Nation to chime in here. We always want to hear what you have to say. If you could, would you want to select your mood? What would you do, Al?
I don't know. I'd probably watch over my iPhone a little bit better if somebody can decide how I'm going to be feeling. You know, but honestly, I kind of, yeah, like that's a lot of power to give somebody.
If I lived with you and I was like, ooh, I'm about to ask Al something that could benefit me, let me change his mood
and setting it to vulnerable.
Receptive.
Yes. No, I like the roller coaster, Jeff. I like the ups and downs of life, and that kind of, without the bitter, the sweet ain't so sweet, you know?
Absolutely. Without rain, you're not going to enjoy the sun, right?
Honestly.
Life is about adversity and learning from those adverse moments in your life and growing from them and appreciating good ones. That's exactly what life is. That growing older, you appreciate the small things, the little things. I appreciate the way Al is dressed today. What is going on? You look terrific.
Oh, thank you. I'm wearing my tie clip that my kids got me from in this pocket square in the tie that my kids got me for Christmas.
That's a perfect example of appreciation.
Right,
you didn't wear a tie yesterday. I appreciate your outfit today.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Erica, chime in here, please.
Well, I agree with the zombie-like state. Like, y'all, I am not the sharpest that I've ever been in my life over the past year. Every time I'm having a conversation with my husband, I'm like, can you just explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old? Because it's just a lot. It's a lot. But in terms of, like, having an app to change your mood, I wouldn't say for the average person, but if this is another step past, like, antidepressants, there are people who are really in a severe state of struggle, and if this was something that would help someone, maybe even save their life, I'm not against it.
My only concern, Erica, you make a really great point, but my only concern would be if you somehow tinker past like a grieving stage or past a stage where it shows like on a molecular level that your body responds to certain stages of grief, right? If you can somehow fast track through that. And listen, I'm on antidepressants, but I still feel everything. It does take the edge off, so to speak, but that's somebody that needs that balance because I am chemically imbalanced. So for me, it just balances me. But if I can't imagine if I never went through stages to allow my body and my brain and my heart to heal. So I'm just a little afraid that if we fast track that, what will the repercussions be later on? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, totally. I just think, just like there's an extra level to people who may truly need it just to survive another day. Right. This might be something that if someone was in a state of severe depression, suicidal, maybe this is something that could help them at least get another day so that they could get some help.
Temporarily. I like it. I really do.